Hey, it's the Sportz Nuts, y'all. Let's get it.
The Sportz Nuts are back.
You are now listening to the Sportz Nuts.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another great episode of the Sportz Nuts. We have a very fun episode lined up for you. We have a couple shout outs we want to give to. First, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, Calamus Cuisine, our good friend Bobby. He is based in the state of Hawaii, more specifically on the island of Oahu. If you are interested in learning more about catering, about corporate events, send us a message and we'll be happy to get you in touch with Bobby as well. A great friend of ours. Next, let's give a special shout out and warm welcome to everybody tuning in live on 95.5 KFCE, TigerNation.live, and the other 8 radio stations we also air on, as well as the other 43 countries we air in. Now, I will also say we also air in Alaska, so we air all over the entire United States. So it's so thankful for everybody who tunes in and entrusts us for those 90 minutes. It really does mean a lot to us. As you do see, we are down 2 members of our show, and that's okay. Matt has to work late. Shane has a something going on, a family emergency that he has to attend to. So we will keep him in our thoughts and our prayers. But Ben, man, happy Friday to you. You made it. The chance to enjoy this nice weather, at least the first part of the weekend is supposed to have with us in the Western North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina region. But how are you doing, man?
Man, I'm fantastic. I mean, as you said, the weather's great. Only thing that killing me is the pollen, man.
Oh my God, yes.
And I know I'm not alone. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
otherwise, man, I'm blessed. So
I'm done with this. I'm done with this pollen.
same. Big
It
time.
never seems to. When you need it to rain the most, it doesn't rain, and
Yeah.
we're struggling down here. I mean, Jerry, I'm sure you're struggling over there and over in Alabama. But man, happy Friday! You made it to the weekend. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm blessed, man. I always appreciate the invite to come hang out with the boys.
And you know what's funny too? Here we are again, and yet you see no Matt with you.
I think it's contagious. I think he gave it to Shane. Hey, but I got Ben. Ben's my new
That's
favorite.
right.
There you go. Mark, it's good to see you, brother. Tim, good to see you guys. Also, Tim from Answer the Call. This is our good friend right here. He's actually a partner with our network. Check him out. He has a new co-host. His co-host used to be actually has been a guest on our show, Will Ritchie. Really good guy. We're really excited about that one. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're doing the third and final round of the NFL mock draft for the Sportz Nuts. And Jerry has so graciously decided to come along and hang out with us and give us his expert picks. But man, so excited about this. Oh, you guys ready? I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
All right. So the first pick is going to go to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to give this to you, Ben. Now, Ben, I know you're going to pull up the PFF, but go ahead when you get a second. But I want to, now that we know this for a fact, Arizona needs help left, right, up, and down in any other way possible. I mean, there's just so many what ifs going on with them. So, Ben, who are the Arizona Cardinals selecting with the 65th pick?
Yeah, well, in the first round, they went Francis Manoa. So I mean, that's pretty expected. That's pretty expected. Most mock drafts have them going Francis or David Bailey from Texas Tech, which they did go with TJ Parker in the second round in our mock draft. But I'm looking at a guy. They could use some more receiver help. There's really not. There's not a whole lot of. There's a lot of unknowns, I guess, with Marvin Harrison. There's a lot of rumors that saying he may not stick around. So I'm actually going to go with Jeremy Bernard here out of Alabama.
Sure you are.
Hey, that's a good pick, actually. I like that one. All right, Jerry, you're on the clock with the 66th pick, the Tennessee Titans. Now, I know you're a Buffalo Bills guy, but the Tennessee Titans, they got Cam Ward last year in the draft. They really do need a lot of help. They're changing they've sort of rebranded their identity with a new logo and stuff like that. But who are the Tennessee Titans selecting in with their first pick in the third round?
Well, who have they picked so far? Obviously, I'm going to here blind, gentlemen.
Keith Abney the second, and a corner from Arizona State, and Jeremiah Love in the first.
You don't need nothing else. You got
That's right.
Let me see. Do you have a list of who's available?
I do.
Ben does,
so some of your top names that are still available: Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt, Malachi Lawrence, edge out of UCF, is still there. You're looking at Jake Galday out of Cincinnati, linebacker.
Great linebacker. Yeah, I think. Right there, I think you hit it. I think Galday is overlooked in the linebacking crew. I would love to have him in Buffalo. He is a complete 3-down linebacker. He loves to play down straight in the gaps, but his hips are incredible. He can cover. I think he would be fantastic. Let's go Galday.
Jake Galday. Sure. Good. That's a good selection. Absolutely. Now this one I'm having a little hard time too. Oh man. I'm going to take the 67th pick. It's with the Las Vegas Gators. Now that we know that they do have Kirk Cousins, they do have Fernando Mendoza. They need help, obviously, protection. Oh man, there's so many good names out there. I'm gonna, let's do Drew Shelton, offensive tackle out of Penn State. I like it because he has a great ability to block. He's got all the intangibles. Do I think he's going to last that long to go to the third round? No, I think he'll be a second rounder, but just for bleeps and giggles, because we have the opportunity right now, that's who I'm selecting right now with the Raiders is Drew Shelton, offensive tackle from Penn State. So, Ben, we're going to go to the 68th pick, and it belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. Who do the Eagles select with this selection?
I think there could be. I think they need edge. They desperately need defensive end help. After they lost Josh Sweat a couple years ago, they haven't exactly been the same. So, give me actually. I know Malachi Lawrence is still available, but I think we're going to see back-to-back Penn State players here. Give me Donnie Dennis Sutton from Penn State.
I like that.
Yeah, keep them in state.
Absolutely. Why not? All right. So, Jerry, let's go to the 69th pick. Houston Texans are on this one. Now, obviously, there's so many big names that are on there as far as offensive talent. This is not the draft you want to write so much home to mom about for the defensive side. But who are the Houston Texans selecting with their 69th pick?
Where did they go early, guys?
The Houston Texans took Shadarian Price in the second, and they took which is a great value pick, and Lee Hunter in the first.
Okay, so in defensive lineman, I'm a huge fan, and maybe a touch high if he's still available. I think linebacker. I'm big on linebackers in this range. What about the kid from LSU, Harold Perkins? Is he available?
He is.
I like what he does in
Ooh, that's a
defense.
steal. That's a steal.
I can't
He
believe he
was
actually
a couple
clipped
years
that.
ago. He was thought of as like a top 10 pick.
He had a
Yeah,
couple
that's why that's a
injuries,
steal right
and he had
now.
a death in his family that kind of sidetracked him a little bit, but his head's on right. And from everything I'm reading, that I think he's going to be a really good player in the NFL.
And also
Yeah.
going to give a shout out to Will Anderson with his extension that he signed.
Hey, you stole
day.
my thing, man. That's
sorry.
I saw
kinda
it.
crazy.
I saw it, man. I wasn't going to mention it. I saw it.
I'm just going to give it a quick congratulations, but I know Ben's going to dive more into it because Ben is our sports guru. So stay tuned with that one. All right. So now this one is it's I don't care. You can give them 54 or 52 straight picks, and it's still the Cleveland Browns for heaven's sake. They're the 70th pick. The Cleveland Browns. They need help in the defensive side. Absolutely. I'm going to say Kilgore's still available, isn't he? Ben.
He is. Jalen Kilgore is still there.
That's who I'm going to select with the Cleveland Browns. Absolutely.
Okay.
Great opportunity, great safety right there. So,
Can't hurt.
all right. All right, Ben. 71st pick goes to the Washington Redskins / Commanders. Who are they selecting?
You know what? Give me Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech.
Didn't know he was
That's
on the
who I
board.
like.
I didn't know he was
Yeah.
still that far back.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's
He's
unreal.
not going to make it out of the first round, boys.
No, that's why I just
I don't think. I really don't think.
Yeah,
he's
I don't
getting
think
out
he
of the first
will
round.
either. But I mean,
for bleeps and
if he
giggles.
does,
Absolutely.
Hey, you're the best GM in the country, Ben. If you get that pick,
I know,
Yeah.
right?
big facts. That's
All
big
right.
facts. Give me Rodriguez.
Second
I mean,
pick.
I'm sorry to mean to
ahead.
say anything, but keep right there for a second if we can.
Yeah.
This guy just blew Indy away with his measurables, but he caused 8 fumbles this past year. The dude takes away the football.
He's a ball hawk.
So I'm just lifting Ben up right here, like in the Lion King. It's a great pick. Sorry.
I don't know. That's a good pick. Hey, real quick, we'll let everybody know Shane looks like he will be joining us in the next few minutes. So
Glorious.
we'll get to see Shane. But all right, so Jerry, the 72nd pick belongs to the Bungles. Now the Bengals, they need help everywhere imaginable. Ben, who did they go with their first few picks?
The Bengals. Or the Bengals. They took D'Angelo Pons in the second, and in the first they went Caleb Downs. So back-to-back secondary help.
Oof. And they needed it.
They do need help. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do need it.
You know who I like for them, and it may be a reach. Is Jalen Farmer available? Guard Kentucky.
Jalen Farmer is still there. Yeah.
I like what he does. He can play center. He's played some tackle. He is a mean guard. He's not like Quentin Nelson, but he's a very physical, mean dude.
Yeah. Keep him fairly local. I like
It
it.
sounds like you got some help
Kentucky
Burrow
guy.
there. I dig it. All right, the 73rd pick belongs to the New Orleans Saints, and boy, this was hard for me. I'm gonna say because the Saints, they do need a lot of help as well. They're still trying to dig themselves out of cap. You know what? I'm gonna say Keith Abney, great cornerback out of Arizona State. He will do really good with shutting down a lot of the wide receivers. Do I think he will shut down the receivers with Drake London? No. Do I think he can shut down McMillan over in Carolina? Maybe. But give me Keith Abney, cornerback, Arizona State.
Keith Abney got drafted in the second round by Tennessee.
Drats. Okay, let me see here.
I like
But
where you hit that.
if you're looking for corner, Chris Johnson out of San Diego State is still there.
Maybe
And so
the
is
most
Keontae Scott from
Let's do that because they need help at save a corner. They really do. So repeat the name again.
Chris Johnson.
Yep, Chris Johnson.
Not to be confused with CJ2K, by the way.
correct.
I dig it. All right. We might be joining in just a moment. Shane, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I've been tuning in and listening. Y'all doing a great job. Sorry about the delay, but it's been one of those days, guys.
Nothing
all
wrong with
good,
that
buddy.
one. Hey, it happens. Life is, everything gets that throw you curveballs. So now we're going to the 74th pick. And I'm going to go to you, Ben, on this one. It belongs to the Kansas City Chiefs. Actually, we have a special guest. John, are you here?
Yes, sir. I'll try to be.
All right. Look, I know you're not too far from the Kansas City Chiefs. They are on the clock. They're the 74th pick. We may not see Rashid Rice next year because of his off-the-field problems. Who do you think the Kansas City Chiefs selected this selection?
At pick 74, I don't know what you guys have already drafted. I'm not off the top of my head at least. But we could go several directions here. We could go tackle. We could go receiver. We could go corner. One of my dream crushes is Chandler Rivers out of Duke. Now, if y'all have already drafted a corner, then we don't need another corner. But if I had to pick, I would probably either go Chandler Rivers out of Duke, or I would go maybe Chris Bell out of Louisville. But I'm sure he's probably already taken.
Was that one available that we had, Ben, that he selected first?
Chandler Rivers, yeah, he's there.
All right. Well, there's your selection, John. That's a good choice. Absolutely. All right.
Remind me, who did you pick for Cleveland?
Who did I pick for Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You slept since then, right?
Who did I select for Cleveland?
I don't know. They do need more offensive line help, though.
I don't remember. I do not remember.
I will say Connor Lou's still there, and they desperately need that.
I don't remember who I.
Yeah, that's right. We'll roll with it.
All right. So since you are my Dolphins fan, the 75th pick does belong to the Miami Dolphins. Ben, who are they selecting with that pick?
Just in time, too. I just now got caught up with our mock draft. So, Chandler Rivers, I like. Let's see. We got Chris Bell. We got Eli Stowers. We got Malachi Lawrence. Still on the board. Keontae Scott too. We could double up on corner. I could see a world where we do that. With our first few picks, we got Emmanuel McNeil, Warren, Avian Terrell, and we got Jordan Tyson in our first. But I'll tell you who I like. I'll tell you who I like. I don't think we go out of this draft without getting some O-line help. So I love Eli Stowers. I'm really tempted to pick him. But give me Caleb Tiernan out of Northwestern. We still need the future of Austin Jackson is in flux right now. There's a lot of rumors that suggest that he will not be here long term. And we need all the offensive line. I mean, we have a ton of holes all over the place, but offensive tackle, right tackle is a big one.
I like it. Shane, the Steelers have the 76th pick. Who are the Steelers selecting at this option?
Well, there's a lot of questions here. We still don't know if A-Rod's there or if he's going to be there. So this third round, you could go a couple different ways for the Steelers, but I like the pick. Being a kid staying close to home. Let me get Drew Aller as a plan.
Hey, I will note. Brandon picked Carson Beck in the second round, so I don't know if you want to double up on QBs.
Yeah, remember I kicked Carson Beck.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I chose him.
So no. Then I'm not going to double up with QBs for sure.
Okay. I mean, they could use it. There it is, the Steelers. I mean, you have to deal with Aaron.
Yeah, but
well, they could pull the Browns. Just draft 4 quarterbacks.
Well, they always need help on the offensive line. So I'm going to go with I like Jalen Farmer, the guard out of Kentucky here.
Farmer just went off the board.
Just got selected.
Okay, well,
yeah, he's right here in
just
Kentucky.
Coming on, so sorry.
No, you're okay.
But
they do need help in offensive, though.
Yeah. So let me go back down here and kind of look a little bit real quick.
I'll give you a recap up here. They picked Carson back in the second, and in the first, do they have? Yeah, Messidor.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a good draft.
Yep. Hold on one second. Let me take a quick look at something, and I might need a little bit of help. Is Washington Jr. off the board yet from Arkansas?
Arkansas. Who from Arkansas? Say that again.
The
Mike
running back.
Washington Jr. running back.
No, he is not. And I know
I'm
he.
gonna
I
go
know
running
he.
back here.
Yeah,
Fast.
So
All right.
it's a
I
need
like
for
that.
him. It's a
Had the
need
That's
highest
a
for
good
him.
40
pick.
time of any running back, by the way.
Yeah. So it's a need for him. I definitely like the take that pick here.
I dig it. All right, Jerry. And this one, it is the NFC South. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers own the 77th pick. Who are they selecting in your eyes?
They took Sadiq in the first, just so you know.
Okay. But I'll
And
be
Joshua
honest.
Joseph in the second.
It's hard for me to not go Deontay Scott there.
Yeah,
Okay, I like it.
keep him
That's
in
a
Florida.
good one.
Keep him in Florida. I think with that young secondary they're building there, I think he fits in. He has that Miami U swag to him, and I think
yeah.
that fits well in Tampa.
I mean,
That
I
pick
like. I
six
really
against
do.
Ohio State was crazy, man.
It was.
Yeah. All right, John. The 78th pick belongs to the Indianapolis Colts.
Still got some
Who are
crazy value here. Stowers, Bell,
who are
Bryce
you?
Lance.
John, are you with us? Can you hear us? Maybe not. Oh, there you go. Can you hear us, John?
Yes, sir.
All right. The 78th pick belongs to the Indianapolis Colts. Who are they selecting?
Well, Ben mentioned him a couple of times. If you already picked receiver for the Colts, I don't know when else you're going to pick him. Chris Bell of Louisville is going right here to the Colts. He's going to take Michael Pittman's role and pair him up
The
with
Colts
Alex
picked
Pierce.
Chris Brazel in the second, just so you know. Now, they could double up now. There is a world I could see that.
They could. My thing is though, like besides Pittman on the receivers, you really don't have. I mean, besides Pierce on the receivers, you really don't have a ton of depth at receiver. Um, Man, that's high value for Brazel. But yeah, I think Chris Bell would be perfect to fit the Michael Pittman role and give Daniel Jones a tall receiver to go after. Uh, you know, back shoulder throws and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, there's also a lot of rumors that they're not going to keep Josh Downs either. So
Yeah.
if you trade Michael Pittman and then you get rid of Josh Downs, I mean, who the heck else you got besides Pierce? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I
I
that's
could
a
see them
good
doubling
choice.
up. I could.
Very good choice. I like that, John. Excellent job. All right. Now this one, I cannot wait to share this with you. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So this one I can't wait to share with you, Jerry. The 79th pick belongs to my Atlanta Falcons. Now this one, I don't think he will fall this far, but I hope he does. Because we have one real main wide receiver, and that's Drake London. I'm gonna go Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame, the wide receiver out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, he got drafted in the second, I believe.
See, dadgummit.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Well, they're still
got
gonna go wide
drafted in the
receiver.
second.
Is Deion
Yeah.
Burks still on there from wide receiver from Oklahoma? Is he still
He is,
available,
yeah.
Deion Burks? Let's do
Get some
Deion
speed.
Burks.
I like that.
Yes.
Pair some speed.
Fast.
Pair some speed with the size of London. Yeah.
Yep. So I was hoping I can't believe I forgot, but I was hoping Malachi was still there. Dadgummit. But that's who I'm selecting. Deion Burks for the 79th pick to the Atlanta Falcons. Now the 80th pick belongs to the Baltimore Ravens. Shane, who are the Ravens selecting with the 80th pick?
There's
in
only
this
one
draft?
correct pick here. They don't have a tight end. I'm not. It's not my pick.
Well, and unbiased as I can be, because this was my guy that I highlighted for Carolina's pick in the third round if he fell to him, but you're taking Stowers here. I mean, I mean that's a
Are you gonna do
no-brainer. I
what
mean,
Ben said? You're gonna run, not walk to the
Yeah.
to the
I mean,
podium.
yeah,
yeah.
I
Who
mean,
even is their tight end? I mean, Mark Andrews, but Andrews won't be there much longer.
He just
yeah.
signed, he just signed a 1 year extension, I think. If I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Oh, did he?
but
Yeah.
a 1 year extension. They definitely need some help growing that position. And Stowers came out and did his thing in the combine. So you know, I don't see him being on everybody's board this long. But hey, he fell to him, so might as well take him.
Absolutely. You know, carpe diem. The 81st pick belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jerry, who are the Jaguars selecting with the 81st pick?
It's a great question. Who did
I'll
that?
give you a quick recap here. Jaguars
you.
took Derek Moore in the second, which that's the only pick they've had so far because they traded
the
their
trade.
first for Travis Hunter. So
Let's see. I still think they. I mean, are they playing? Are they decided if he's going to play both ways this year, or
Nope, he's
Corner.
playing one way. They said they're going to put him at
Just
safe
play corner?
defense. Yep.
yeah? So
they might. They
let's
said they're using some gadget plays, but that's it.
Yeah.
let's look at some wide receivers. It's gonna be tough for me to go. You know what? We got to go best pick available, man. It's got to be Malachi Lawrence.
Yeah.
I don't care who you have. If Malachi is still there, I think he's a round one guy. I think he's gonna go. I think somewhere between 25 and 30. I don't think he's gonna make it out of the first round. So if he's there, I should fire myself for not picking him.
I think he will fall out of the first, and here's why.
Really?
He's a tweener.
Okay.
He's not. He's too small. He's too small to be a true like 5 tech, 4 tech, but he's not big enough to like.
Depending on
He's
the
too
defense.
big. He's too big to be like an edge linebacker. You know what I mean? He's kind of a.
Here's where I think Ben. I'm
Maybe
not
like a
gonna.
hybrid?
Well, you know what? His production. I think this time of year, us as you know, people who think we understand the game of football, we look too much analytically. Sometimes it's just put the film on. How does a guy play? Sometimes a football player is a football player. This dude is a football player.
Aaron Donald was a tweener, and he's still a Hall of
No
Famer. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't be good, but I'm just saying I think that's the reason why he won't be drafted in the first. Is because a lot of teams will see, well, like what I just said.
Sure. And that's a valid point. It's absolutely a valid point. I just think he's like Shane to me. He's a dog.
I like it. Now, the 82nd pick, John, belongs to the Minnesota Vikings. Real quick, John, who are the Vikings selecting at this pick?
Ben, do you have a recap for this?
In James Barkley.
Okay. So, we could go several directions here. I don't know who's available here, but has Kelly Tonga Louisville been selected?
Who out of Louisville?
Tonga, the D tackle.
He's looking.
Or Tonga. It might be Tonga. There's a D lineman out of Louisville.
Maybe he was an edge. You sure he's draft eligible this year?
Yeah, I think so. He might have been a pass rusher. But I was thinking we could go D line here, and that feels like the play, especially since we've lost a couple of D linemen in free agency.
Can you see my screen, by the way, John?
It's too small for me on mobile, but wait, did you say that? Is that Jacob Rodriguez available?
No, Rodriguez is not available. Josiah Trotter is though.
Yeah, Josiah Trotter is.
So is Grayson
Is
Holden Warren.
Zion Young gone too?
Zion's
The big
Zion's
citrus
gone.
is on there.
I know they need running back too.
They need
running
back.
back.
Well, Aaron Jones is a good fit, but they need someone behind him. Is the running back out of Nebraska available? Lonnie Johnson?
Yes, he is.
I see Emmett Johnston from Nebraska. Is
Emmett
that what you
Johnson.
said?
Yeah, Emmett Johnson. Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Let's go with Emmett Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, very
That's
good.
the
Yeah.
pick in the third
Outside
round.
of the two Notre Dame running backs, this may be the weakest running back class I think I've ever seen.
That is.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
say the same thing too.
Yeah, I mean
right.
Emmett
That's a good
crashed
pick.
out at the combine, but like he's a solid pick in the third round.
Yeah, and that you're not really losing too much. It's a low risk, potential high reward selection. So good choice on that one. I like it. All right, Shane. Now comes your team. The 83rd pick belongs to the Carolina Panthers. Who are the Panthers selecting, sir?
Back-to-back D tackles is what they did already.
I got a question. I heard the name as I was coming on. Is Lou still available, or is he gone?
Who?
Lou. What is it, Connor Lou, center out of Auburn?
Oh yeah, he got drafted by Cleveland at 70.
Okay. All right. Well, here we're what was the other picks for Carolina? I'm sorry.
Caleb Banks and Christian Miller, back-to-back D tackles. Ain't nobody gonna be running on them.
Okay. Well, right here we're gonna go on the offensive side of the ball. We're gonna go ahead and reach out for a tight end that I think is played in a system similar to Carolina's, and it's played in big games. So I'm gonna go. Is Max Clare still there?
He is. He sure is. I love that pick. If you can't get Kenyon Sadiq at 19, or if they don't trade up for him, Claire's a good option for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, I was sitting there waiting on Staffers, sitting there coming back. So yeah, if Connor Lou's gone, by that pick, and Max Clare sitting there, I'm going to go Clare.
That's a good pick. Now, the 84th pick belongs to the Green Bay Packers. The Packers. Let me ask you this, Ben. Is Chris McLennan out of Missouri still available?
Oh,
The defensive tackle?
McClellan?
Yeah.
He is.
Let's take him with that pick to the Green Bay Packers, because the Green Bay Packers, they need help on the defensive side. They really do.
It's such a Green Bay Packers pick if I've ever seen one.
That's why I selected it.
I agree with that.
That's why. All right, the 85th pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
How many third
Jerry?
They have? Good gosh.
I know, right? Well, the Steelers have 12. So,
Hey, ain't
Jerry,
nobody got more third round picks than us. That's all I know. We got like 10.
Jerry, who are the Steelers selecting?
Who they pick already? I'm sorry. Come on, Ben.
You got this.
You
Ben.
what?
Who they get?
Oh,
who do they
Steelers
draft?
got.
Or positions. I don't really need to know.
They got
names,
Carson
positions.
Beck in the second, Akeem Messidor in the first. So they back-to-back Miami players and Mike Washington.
Man, they got speed, running back. Let's go to let's go to the interior lineman. See who's available there. Right there, Jake Slaughter.
I like that.
I know he's listed as a center, man, but he's versatile.
That's
and
what I
he's
want the
mean.
Falcons to get in the next. Sorry, that's just me being biased.
Yeah, he's a dude for sure.
Yes, that's a beast. I like it. That's a good selection. That really is. That's a great option for them. I mean, it is the Steelers out of all people. All right, let's go to the 86th pick. John, it belongs to the LA Chargers. The Go Chargers Go. Who are the Chargers selecting, sir?
Okay, who we got already in this for these guys?
R. Mason Thomas in the second, which would be incredible value, by the way.
Sure.
And in the first, I believe PFF is so slow. I apologize. PFF, Chase Bisontis at 22.
That's an interesting pick.
I like him.
Yeah, it's a reach of all reaches if I've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Chargers, they feel like they have a couple of needs. They feel like they need they probably need some depth at running back and probably need some tight end help. I want to go the tight end out of Texas.
Injuries?
Yes, I think that would be a solid pick for them. Honestly, he's one of the top tight ends of this class, and he really showed out at his combine and pro day as well, and he has solid measurables all across the board. So getting Justin Herbert another weapon at tight end really helps solidify that receiving core, I think.
Well, and for anybody sitting here saying, well, they already have a running Gadsden. Listen, it is hardball. You know darn well they're going to run the ball, and they're going to run a lot of 12 personnel. So I absolutely could see the Chargers drafting a tight end this high. It's absolutely in the realm of possibility.
That's a good selection, John. I dig it. Absolutely. Good one.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one belongs to Ben because it is his team. The 87th pick belongs to the Miami Dolphins. Who are you
I'm going to be
guys
in the
selecting?
spotlight a lot tonight, baby. We got like 15 picks.
Who are you selecting, sir?
I'm really tempted. Our secondary is so terrible, and I know I've already taken Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and we've taken Avian Terrell in the first. I'm really tempted to say I love Igmanosun. Honestly, he's one of my favorites. I like Stukes. I'm so tempted. Bell as well. I mean, we could double up on receivers. I think we will. I think we go Josiah Trotter. I know it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest need in the world, but sometimes you draft off of best player available, not need. And there's also a lot of rumors that Jordan Brooks may be going to Dallas. So
I heard that.
if that's the case, all of a
yeah.
sudden linebacker becomes a huge need. So I think Josiah Trotter's the pick here. I don't think he falls that far, but if he does, I'm running to that podium.
Running to that podium. I was about to say you ain't running, you ain't walking, you running. All right, Shane. The 88th pick belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who are the Jaguars selecting with this pick?
Yep. Let me know if he is still there, but I'm with Ben. These are going to be back-to-back linebacker picks, but Kyle Lewis.
Out of Pitt?
Yeah, out of Pitt.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean it's a big need for them. As Carolina kind of took one from them. I'm not going to complain about it, but they got to fill that need, and he's available right there. Running from like 70 to 75 in most mock drafts. So if he's right there, go ahead and scoop him up.
Yeah, absolutely. They're loading up that defense, man.
They really are, yeah. So now with the 89th pick belongs to the Chicago Bears. Now, Ben, remind me, because who I want them to take is Dekario Davis, the cornerback out of Washington. Is he available?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's who I have.
That pick. They picked Malik Muhammad in the second, just so you know. But
okay,
I mean, they could. No, Malik Muhammad was San Francisco. So yeah, Dekario Davis. I love that.
and the dude's tall. He's like 6'4". I think I could see.
He's not slow either.
No, I could see them trying to build back this. I could see them trying to build their own version of the Legion of Boom with the Chicago defense. I mean, as of late, they really are. Like we saw the last pick they did. They're stacking up on it. So I like this a lot. Now comes the 90th pick, and again we're gonna go right to Ben because this is his team. Who are the Dolphins selecting with the 90th selection, Ben?
Now I think you do see us double up on one of these players here. I think there's so many. I mean, you look at all these. I could see a Kamari Ramsey, but there's so many. Look at all the corners, receivers still here. Antonio Williams, Igmanosu, Lance. I mean, take your pick. Skylar Bell. I think we got to double up on receiver. Now there's a lot of rumors that we may go after Jawan Jennings, but even if that is the case, receiver still is such a huge need. Pair Jordan Tyson up. You know what? I actually like Zachariah Branch. A lot of people may view that as a reach.
I like the pick.
I think you go for speed here.
Yes.
That is Jalen Waddle replacement. Now, in hindsight, we'll see if it works out that way.
I like that. That's a very That's a very good pick, considering the fact that they did just lose the quote unquote cheetah. So I mean, good opportunities right there. All right, so the 91st pick belongs to Jerry because this is his team. The Buffalo Bills are officially on the clock, Jerry.
Finally, good Lord. I'm okay with our second round pick, though. DJ Moore is about as good as a second round pick we could get. Oh my gosh, who was the top edge left on this board? We went.
It's not
somebody
very
went
good.
CJ Allen, right?
Oh, I take it back. Let's hear. I mean, you got some decent ones here. Barham, White, yeah, good ones.
You know what? We got to go wide receiver, and give me Bryce Lance out of North Dakota State. He takes the top off. He's great for 50-50 balls. He's just one of those dudes, man, that I think he can be a difference maker for Josh Allen.
I think round 3, you're going to see a lot of running receivers. I do. I think there's a lot of like wide receiver 2, 3s in this draft. There's not a lot of ones. So I think you see a lot of those kind of receivers go in the second round, 100%, or third.
I can see that. All right. So the 92nd pick, because we're running close on time with Shane having to hop off in just a few minutes. Shane, the Dallas Cowboys have the 92nd pick. Who are they selecting?
Is Devin Moore off the board?
Devin is still here. He's still there.
Okay. Well, we're going cornerback. They need help on defense. They've put money into their offense, be it well-deserved money or not. They still need help there on the corner side of things. Yeah. So Devin Moore, great athleticism, and fit in good with those guys down there in Dallas.
Yeah,
they
got Kildren Falk and Sonny Styles in the first, so they are. Yeah, all of a sudden their defense looks pretty nice.
They're actually stacking up there.
Yeah,
they're cooking.
Yeah, they're cooking. All right, John, with the 93rd pick, it belongs to the LA Rams. Who are you having the LA Rams select, John?
Remind me who they've picked already.
Anthony Hill and Ty Simpson.
They picked Ty Simpson. Okay. I was gonna be a little spicy, but all right. So, so you could go a number of ways with this one too. I was hoping someone would get linebacker, but linebacker feels like a need that the Rams don't have in particular. I want to go receiver. I think a receiver behind. Well, a receiver 3 wouldn't be too bad. Let's go. What receivers are left here?
We'll note the offensive line room does not look very good right now.
Yeah, they needed to draft early on the offensive line if they were going to draft offensive line. Wait, so I guess, you know what? No, wait a minute. They need secondary help.
They do.
Let's go with a guy that I have a little bias for. K-State's own strong safety. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think he brings a lot of physicality to the run game. He absolutely is good at man coverage, especially against bigger guys. This guy's going to be a stud for the Rams. It really completes their secondary, in my opinion.
All right. Good choice on that one. I dig it. All right. So now it goes to you again, Ben. As you did say, the 94th pick, the Miami Dolphins. Who are they selecting?
I think this guy makes it to the 4th, and I think there's a very strong possibility we draft one of these 2 QBs in the 4th. But in the interest of our mock draft, we're obviously not going around 4. I'm going to take Garrett Nussmeier. There is a very strong possibility that Nussmeier goes in the top 3 rounds. In fact, I actually think he may go in the 2nd. There is a lot of rumors going around that since he killed the combine, There's some very, very strong possibility he may go in the second. And in that case, I think Drew Aller and Carson Beck may be a more realistic option for us down the board. But if Nussmeier makes it this far, I'm running into the podium. I don't care that we got Malik Willis. John Eric Sullivan said in his initial press conference, he said, "Look, we're going to look to draft a quarterback at least every other year." So I say they make good on their word here.
I like it.
That's a good safe pick. Absolutely a great one. The 95th pick belongs to the New England Patriots. Now this one, there's obviously a lot of need on. They need help on defense. They need help on wide receiver range as well. And you got to give your potential future next MVP possibility again a help. Give me Skylar Bell out of Connecticut for this selection for the New England Patriots. It is the Patriots. They have to have that opportunity for a chance at good wide receiver. So give Skylar Bell the nod there for the New England Patriots.
They're running to that podium if he's still there at 95. I promise you that.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be running too. All right, Shane. The 96th pick belongs to the Seattle Seahawks. Who are the Seahawks selecting, sir?
The Seahawks. Okay. Who have they selected already, Ben?
Yep. So at the end of the first, they took Jermon McCoy and they took A.J. Halsey in the second. So they doubled up in the secondary.
Okay, so doubling up on the secondary. They've got a need at edge too, I do believe. So I think
yeah, they do.
So I'm definitely going to look through some of these guys. But I do have one question. Has Benny already been drafted for Michigan?
Benny?
Yeah, Rashad Benny. He's actually an interior defensive lineman.
Oh, boy, that would definitely be a Seahawks pick. He has not been.
Yeah, I like this kid, Rashard Benny. I mean, he's good. And kind of came up and is that kind of Seattle pick. That's why I like him here.
He's that tweener defensive lineman that they really like.
Yeah. He's that tweener because you can either take the pounds off of him, put him outside, or keep him on them and run them in and out, depending on the situation. So I like that pick there. Benny's another one selected, in most mock drafts in that 70 range or so. So definitely like that pick here since he's still available.
Are you running to that podium or are you walking?
Well, I'm gonna walk because there's still other things that you can kind of look around and see what might be available.
They could look at Jonah Coleman, keep him in state. I mean, they could go offensive line. Yeah, there's a million different ways they could go with that pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there really is. But that's a good selection. I like it. All right, the 97th pick. Oh, really? The 97th pick belongs to the Minnesota Vikings. Jerry, who are the Vikings selecting with this spot in the draft?
Hit me up, Ben.
Who are the Vikings got so far, Ben?
Yep, Vikings got Emmett Johnson just recently. And then the PFF the scroll is so slow. And then in the second, they got James Brockenmeyer, which was a reach. First round, who did they get in the first? Thieneman, that's right.
Okay, yeah, they needed a safety for sure. Who's the top running back available? They obviously need
Jonah Coleman. Seth McGowan's there as well. Singleton. I think that rank is low.
That's ridiculous. But for what they need in their offense, let's go Coleman out of Washington.
Yeah, I like Coleman a lot. I think there's a very strong possibility he goes to Seattle the pick before. But yeah,
that would be the perfect spot for him. Actually.
Yeah, it really would. Boy, there's a lot of good selections here. All right, Shane, the 98th. We're coming to the end of the third round. The 98th pick belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. Who are they selecting, Shane?
Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see. What do they really need, and what have they drafted already? Ben.
Philadelphia Eagles. They went in the second round. I remember in the first they got Blake Miller. That I know.
Mhm.
They got Donnie Dennis Sutton so far in the third. In the second, they got Max Ehan. Not sure. I hope I'm saying that right. I probably not.
Okay. Let's see. Sam Rouse still available?
Tight
He's
end?
not.
Tight.
Rouse went to New England.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Well, then, if that's the case, let me look. I know they need. You always need tackle help.
Yes.
So I know they're in a pretty decent need for that. Um, and
They did
I
draft
think.
Blake Miller in the first, just so you know. Now they could. I mean,
I'm
they could have
sorry.
drafted another one. They could.
Yeah, yeah. Well, is Markel Bell still there?
He is. Yeah, and there's. I mean, he's huge. They
Because
honestly, they could put him at
yeah,
guard too. So
The,
yeah,
big-
yeah.
the,
That's what I was looking at.
the big guy from Miami? Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
for Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I look at that. You can put him in at guard, and you never can. You can't teach size, as they
no.
always
No.
say.
So he kind of
What
be
is
like
he,
a
like
dual
6'9"?
threat position, possibly. Yeah,
He
he's a
could
big
play
boy.
center in the NBA probably.
No, sure. No, you're not
Big
far
boy.
off.
definitely power forward, but not center.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. But
He might be an undersized
man,
center, but
yeah, he could.
Undersized, brother's like 320 pounds.
undersized for
Yeah.
height wise.
Yeah, that's when you put the quotations around power forward
Yes.
on that one. But I definitely like that pick there, kind of a transitional guy that can kind of fill the needs if your first rounder doesn't work out.
I like it. Now we have the final two picks of the third round. The 99th pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't have Jonnu Smith anymore. They do need help at tight end position. Ben, is Oscar Delp still available from the tight end from Georgia?
I like that. I was
I
going to
can't
say
remember.
I like him a lot. I mean, I like Justin Jolly and Trigg as well, but yeah, Delp is still here. I'm very, very shocked he's ranked that low. Personally,
I'm too. I like Delp. He has those hands. If you guys look at the pictures, you see he has those massive hands.
yeah.
So I'm definitely choosing him. Now the last pick, because he is our guest of honor, just this last pick, Jerry, the 100th pick belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who are the Jaguars selecting to finish out the third round?
They've gone all defense so far, just so you know.
You know why? They need defense.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna, if it's there, and maybe just a touch of a stretch, but again, I'm about these mean interior linemen. Billy Schrauth, guard. He's played guard. He's played center. Kind of like
Yeah.
Pat Coogan. I like Billy Schrauth.
I like
Ooh.
that.
I like that. And there you have it, folks. The 3-round mock draft for the Sportz Nutz is complete. We hope you guys had such a great time doing the draft with us. Real quick, Shane is about to hop off here. Shane, give your final goodbyes, sir. And because Ben and I are still going to continue the show, but give your final goodbyes, Shane.
Oh yeah, well, I hate it was an abbreviated episode for me, but I really enjoyed, finishing up this mock draft with y'all. Man, I just want to say we're much appreciative to everybody out there that's got us to our recent numbers that we spoke about. So definitely appreciate that. Man, Jerry, I've got to talk to you a little bit. I got some things working for maybe a nephew's birthday.
Yeah.
I want you to keep your eyes out on for me. So
Yeah. What do you need, man? I got you.
I'll text you his number, Ben.
and I'll go ahead and let everybody out there that's listening and watching know. You need any memorabilia, anything like that? Jerry's the guy to go see.
Appreciate
Jerry's
it.
your man.
So definitely that, and Ben, great jersey. I know it's coming, but as always, may the good Lord bless you. Peace, love, and bacon grease.
Peace, love, bakery. Shane, I just
for
texted
care,
you
man.
Jerry's number 2, man, as well. Okay, brother?
Oh yeah,
We're praying, boy.
Oh yeah. But I appreciate it, but we all are. So Love y'all, and we'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Shane, take care, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Now, guys, Jerry, it is always an honor. It is always a privilege, man. As I call you so often, you are my brother from another mother, my man.
Absolutely.
We talk
Nothing
all
but
the
love, man.
time.
Yeah.
So,
Love to help you guys. Anything I could do, man, reach out. I'm there for you. Careful. I may be trying to steal Ben from time to time.
And maybe you can finally get a hold of Matt to come on your show.
I don't know. I'm gonna send me his Venmo. Maybe I have to pay him to be on the show when I'm on. Whatever it takes. I got to be with that guy.
I think he doesn't like us anymore. That's what it is. He actually just doesn't like you. That's what he told me personally.
I feel it. No, I get it. No, I get it. I understand. I appreciate you guys. Love what you do.
Jerry, man. Hey, real quick, let everybody know when the next episode of your show's on, man. Seriously, I want everybody to tune in.
I appreciate that. Well, I got some 2 different platforms. Kapow Media is mainly what we do. It's a lot of high school sports. It's some college sports. It's political. We started a new show with our local sheriff. We're doing that twice a month, which is pretty outstanding. We had the local mayor show as well. But on my side platform, the Jerry White Show, it's just a little bit of anybody. Kind of, you never know. That's what I'm going to get both of you guys on. Maybe we'll just take this to my channel in the very near future, and I like to do some surprise stuff. We have a lot of fun.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. I tuned into Jerry, y'all, and I promise you, he is the man. He is the myth. He is the legend himself. Jerry, man, we will talk to you soon, my friend. And I will. Love you guys. I appreciate you, brother. I love you, man. And then we'll talk soon.
Love you, man.
Thanks. See you, buddy.
Oh man, see, it's always cool to have him on. But Ben, dude, it's so good to see you. Oh, so now we get to do just real quick. I want to touch off. There's a couple sports stories I wanted to share. Aaliyah Boston is now the highest paid. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, man.
I was actually one of the things I wrote on that I wanted to mention because I was really excited. She signed a record deal. Ben, let everybody know what that record deal is.
Yeah, 6.3 million, which is on the heels of what? Not even a day or two ago, when Asia Wilson signed a $5 million contract with the Las Vegas Aces. So they're just resetting that market, man. Resetting that market.
I'm happy about that.
Next thing you know, INSQ is going to get like a $10 million contract.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if Sabrina did get that? That'd be insane.
She deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a great player. And then also, did you happen to hear that an all-star MVP for the LA Angels passed away today? No. Garrett Anderson, at the age of 53, passed away. Really sad on that front. It's sad anytime anybody passes away, but let alone somebody who is so synonymous with success, especially with the Anaheim Angels. Unfortunately, he did pass away, so really sad on that one. Also, it does look as if the Orlando Magic, Ben, are absolutely going to advance. They're going to be most likely going to be the 8th seed, taking on the Detroit. Oh my God, Pistons. I'm about to say Lions. They are absolutely mollywopping the Hornets 57-29, and we're still in the second. So
hey, don't tell my North Carolina people, but I'm clever.
You're so trouble. Hey, did you happen to hear that there was a Major League Baseball team that is for sale?
No.
It is and my wife is sitting right next to me, so I guarantee she's about to text her friend Katie about this. The San Diego Padres are for sale for a record $3.9 billion. Now, there is no inclination if they are going to relocate or not. It is they're being sold to the co-owner of Chelsea Football Club and his wife.
Wow.
Now, it has casually been mentioned that they have debated about relocating. One place that they have considered relocating to, as you know, is Oakland. Oakland has been mentioned quite a bit, but there is no definitive destination if they're going to relocate or they're going to stay. But yes, the San Diego Padres are being sold for a record $3.9 billion. Billion with a B. Wow.
I can see Oakland for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because Oakland, I mean, yeah, they didn't treat their the Oakland A's with much dignity, but that's
No,
still
they had
pretty.
to play in the stupid Raiders stadium.
Yes, and Oakland Coliseum is, for all intents and purposes, folks. If you've never had I had never been there, but I've seen it. It's a dump. It's a dump. I hate how the city didn't take good care of it. So, but yeah, those are just the quick little stories we wanted to share. And now comes our favorite segment. It is the honorable mentions, where we give you 2 to 5 sports stories that the mainstream media doesn't cover enough of, or they just don't cover, period. But we do, because we're the Sports Nuts. And it even says in our name, we're nuts about sports. My first honorable mention goes out to the Atlanta Dream. And this is what I'm really excited to share this too with you, Ben. They've sold out their entire allotment of season tickets, and they did it in a matter of moments. Literally, the moment they made the news that Angel Reese was traded to the Atlanta Dream is when they sold all the remaining season tickets. And this is what's even better. They are going to be, they usually move about 2 to 4 games to State Farm Arena, where the Atlanta Hawks play. No, they've it has, as of right now, it says they are going to play 12 games at State Farm Arena because they have sold out the games. That's huge. They go from a 3,500 seat arena where they currently play to a 17,000 seat arena, and it's sold out. That's impressive. And this also just goes to show, folks, women's sports is where it's really becoming where it's supposed to be. And we're not done yet. We're going to see even more growth coming in the near future. So, Ben, give us your first honorable mention, please.
I'm actually going to go to baseball. I'm going to take it to Major League Baseball. I know this whole show we've been talking about football and football and football and football and more football, and we talked a little bit of basketball. But I'm going to go. Let's give the game of baseball some love. I'm going to talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. They are leading the AL right now in the MLB. And why is this important, you may ask? Well, as you know, Hurricane Milton came through. It was I guess it'll
Yeah, it was
be
last year.
about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And absolutely decimated Tropicana Field. Absolutely decimated. I've seen it firsthand, by the way. The city of St. Petersburg just left it there. I mean, it's pretty much just rotting and decaying.
It's a weird location too.
Yeah, beautiful location, just kind of odd.
Yeah.
They were doing a new stadium anyway, and Milton just kind of expedited that process. But I have driven by their temporary stadium. It's a glorified community college stadium, really.
Yes, it is.
And there's a lot of rumors going around they may not stay in Tampa Bay, but man, they are shutting out the outside noise. The Rays are, and they're just out there balling, man. Definitely not the best team in the league. That's probably goes to the Braves or the Dodgers right now. But man, Tampa Bay Rays, they are right on their heels.
And I personally think they should move the Rays to Ybor City. I've thought that from the get-go. I lived in St. Petersburg for a year, and I got the privilege of going seeing the Braves play the Rays at Tropicana Field. And you're right. I mean, you've seen it too, and it's kind of a musty old bleep shack. It really is. Every time when I went in there, first off, it's antiquated. It really is antiquated, and it smelt musty. Every time I went to watch the game there, I was like, man, this is not a pleasant stadium. The Rays absolutely deserve better. Hold on. Yes. Sorry, I was telling my wife that I changed my daughter. Tropicana Field, it's a weird location. By the way, and I'm not trying to be, discriminatory and everything, but St. Petersburg is not a place you want to have a baseball team, more specifically a professional baseball team. You want to go across the bridge, the Howard and the Gandy, and go into actually Tampa Bay. That's where you want to build have a baseball team that you're guaranteed to get more than 13 or 15,000 people at a game. You can get 30, 40,000 people to go see baseball, because the city of Tampa, Ybor City, which is literally right next door to Tampa, it's kind of actually in the mixture of it, but
it's a very charming community.
Yes, very good area. They would absolutely support the Tampa Bay Rays to the max. I could see them being, in the top 5 even with attendance. I could really see that if they move it to Tampa Bay or in Ybor or Ybor City. So we'll see on that one. This is an update from Shane. Kara is on her own overflow room, but has medication and a clear liquid diet. She said it's not very pleasant, but she's just miserable. So we're praying for you, Kara. Get better, please. So, but I like your, I dig it, Ben. That's a good, good honorable mention, man. I wish that they would get more notoriety. I wish the owners actually also absolutely cared about the team.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're remind me, they're year in and year at the bottom rank behind Oakland as far as salary wise for their team, right? They're pretty low on the totem pole, aren't they?
I would imagine so.
It's not fair. It really is not fair. They deserve so
Tampa
much
Bay
better.
it's one of the smaller markets for sure.
Yeah, they definitely deserve better. All right, so my next honorable mention goes out to the fact that we are most likely seeing the death of Live Golf. There is a report that this is probably their last season in existence. It's not definitive yet. The Saudis have said that they are not going to pay anymore for the Live Golf Tour. Now Live has said that they are not going to halt the season mid-season. They will discuss it towards the end of this season, but we might see the end of Live Golf, which is pretty crazy to think. You know, at one point they were saying they didn't care about losing money; they were just going to throw it left and right. But you know, everything has a price of some form, so we might be seeing the end of Live Golf. All right, Ben, give us your next honorable mention.
Yeah, I know we've talked a little bit about Orlando Magic already, but yeah, if the score holds, they will end up facing Detroit, and I'm going to talk about this Orlando Magic team a little bit more because I think if Cade Cunningham is not 100% ready to play, and he's not 100% healthy throughout the series, I'm not suggesting Orlando's going to upset him. I don't think they will do that. But I'm almost tempted to say they will. I think if Cade Cunningham is not playing, there is a legit possibility that series goes to 7. And I also just got to give a shout out to Franz Wagner. For those of y'all that watched the Orlando Magic game a couple days ago, he came up gimpy. He got hurt, and it looked bad. It honestly looked pretty bad. And the commentators even said at the time, they're like, man, it's a wonder this guy's even still playing. And he toughed through it, and man, it looks like not only is the Magic going to move on, but it looks like Franz Wagner is all right. So shout out to Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic.
His injuries, the way he gets injured a lot, you know, he reminds me of Grant Hill. Remember, Grant Hill always got hurt a lot, and he was
when he's on the court, he's hooping, man. Got the slowest shot release I think I've ever seen in my life, but man, it works. I mean, he holds that arm up, man.
It's a weird delivery, and I actually was going to
otherwise.
I was going to text you guys and say, is that just me, or is anybody else notice he has like this delay and then he shoots? First off, how does he hang in the air as long as he does too when he does that?
Yeah,
you know, but
unreal,
yeah.
man.
He definitely is amazing. And, you know, by the way, I also wanted to pinpoint something before I got my next honorable mention. Ben, you did say watch Sabrina Ionescu get a big contract. Well, she did. Signed a $2 million deal today. Breanna Stewart signed a 3-year, $1.19 million extension as well.
Wow.
So you hit literally right on the nail on the head, and this just broke an hour ago. So there you are. There you have it, folks. Ben is providing breaking news. Sabrina Ionescu, she's staying long term with the New York Liberty. My third and final honorable mention, I'm not going to do much tonight, but my last honorable mention goes out to Aloha Stadium. The old Aloha Stadium has started officially to be demolished. They took down one of the most iconic portions of the stadium today. They pulled the entire upper deck is completely gone and fallen off of now of Aloha Stadium. It's sad to say goodbye. You know, a lot of great memories. I've been there. You know, I got the privilege of going to many UH football games there. And my favorite one was when we played Boise State for the WAC title. And ESPN broadcasts from there. Ben, this is how crazy it was. It was, back then it could hold 50,000, but with a maximum 60. We had 62,000 people at Aloha Stadium. The stadium was shaking. It's the old rust bucket. It really is an old rust bucket. So you felt everything, and it's so cool. Oh my God, yes, hole in the wall kind of things. But it was shaking. It was amazing. My second favorite one is when Hawaii was playing Washington that same year, 2007. It was a magical season for UH. Went 12-0. They went down 21-0, and Colt Brennan said, "No, I'm fixing this." And UH won by a score of 35-28 to go 12-0 in that regular season. So, yep, Aloha Stadium is being demolished. Now, I want to let everybody also know that is myself, Matt, Shane, and Ben, we will be at new Aloha Stadium when they open up in 29. They are open, and they have already said that we are going to be coming out there. They are going to honor us. We will be there. We will be broadcasting all 3 of our episodes from the state of Hawaii that time. So stay tuned about what's coming there. So we're really excited about that one. Ben, give us your next honorable mention, please.
I'm just going to say, I'm sad to see that stadium go, man. I never set foot in that stadium, but there's many a great Pro Bowls played there, and it's going to be really sad to see it go. My final honorable mention, I'm going to keep it in the NBA, or actually, excuse me, I'm going to go to the NFL, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Will Anderson, man. I know we talked about him a little bit. Brandon stole my thunder a little bit earlier on, but I actually want to give a shout out to Will Anderson, and I want to give a shout out to his agent. I mean, listen, and it's not just for the money. Think about the strategy of what Will Anderson's doing here. Will's what, 20? I think he's 24, 25 at the old. He can't be older than 25.
He can't be older than 25.
He signed a 3-year contract, right? Now, technically, you can view it as a 4-year deal because he's still in the last year of his rookie deal this year. So it's really a 4-year deal, but he'll be, I think, 27, 28 by the time he comes to his next deal, which means he's still going to be in his prime. Now, why is this important? Because if he keeps playing at this level for another 2 or 3, 4, I guess 4 years, technically, if he plays at this level for another 4 years, that means that by the end of this contract, he's going to come up to Houston and be like, all right, I want a 3rd contract. And this time, instead of it being $150 million, I want it to be whatever, $300 million. I guess whatever it is, whatever the market is at that time, $300 million, whatever.
$500 million.
This is a brilliant move.
Look, you're wearing the Houston jersey too.
Whoever Will Anderson's agent is, that dude should get a raise today.
I don't care what it is. Here's a blank check, right?
Listen, I mean, he did the opposite of what Mahomes did. When Mahomes signed that 10-year contract, all the casual non-Chiefs fans are like, "Oh, that's terrible for the Chiefs. It's going to kill the cap space." In reality, it's a brilliant team-friendly move. Team-friendly move for Kansas City because now Mahomes, he's the 7th highest paid QB now. Mm-hmm. So this is a brilliant move by Will Anderson. And really, honestly, this honorable mention may be going more to his agent than Will.
Yeah, really. I mean, dude knew what he was doing. Absolutely. And, we here, of course, we always tip our caps and raise our cups to you, Will Anderson.
He's earned that contract, by the way.
Oh gosh, yes.
I don't listen, bias or no bias. That man is a top, not 5. He's a top 3 defensive end in football.
He's a ball hawk.
I don't care what you say. He's better than Bosa. He's up there with Parsons. He's up there with Aiden Hutchinson. He's up there with them boys. And the reason I say he's better than Bosa is because Bosa ain't even played in 4 years. So,
hey, real quick, Orlando at half. It is at half. Orlando is up 68-37 over the Charlotte Hornets.
What happened to Charlotte, man? They had all that aura like back in January, February, man. They lost it.
I know. I think I think fatigue really set in for them. They played their guts out basically the last game, and now the exhaustion kicked in, and we're seeing the results of them overplaying. So, but shout out to the Orlando Magic, shout out to the Charlotte Hornets for an excellent season by both.
They have nothing to be ashamed about, man. Charlotte really is a year ahead of schedule.
Yeah, they really are. And shout out to Golden State also Vintage Steph showed up to the world, and he did amazing. And really excited. Also, shout out to the Portland Trailblazers. Didn't think I had to say that, but shout out to the Portland Trailblazers too. Really, really excited about them. All right, so guys, the time has come. You know, the show is coming to an end for the night, for the weekend, actually. But there still is a contest. It actually ends next weekend. We want you to give us either 1 or 2 permanent segment ideas for the show. You know how we have the honorable mentions, which is a permanent segment and staple of our show. We want you to do something similar to that. Here's what you need you to do. Actually, you send your ideas via email to BrandonKeelerOnRadio@gmail.com, or you can message us on all of our socials. That's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You can message us on Shane's social medias. You can message us on Ben's. Now, look, Ben is eager to debate with you, and that's what you win if you get selected. You come on, you debate with all 4 of us. And you get
winning, I promise.
You get an intro video for your time coming on the show for the segment. You get 1 or 2 short clips for your time as well, and you forever get to be linked to the fact that you help us grow. You know, and we are eager to hear your submissions. We have gotten some submissions. Now we need you to send it. It has to be 1 or 2 paragraphs at max. Can't be any more than that because we read those. So get it to us by next Sunday, which is the 26th of April. And if you win, we will notify you on how you reached out to us. Now you can also reach out to Matt on his socials, but Ben knows this. Everybody knows this. If you reach out to Matt, you have a better chance of winning the lottery than you do with Matt answering, because that's just Matt. But, you know, we still love Matt to death. So, but let us know, get your submissions in ASAP. We're really excited. All right. So we want to give special shout outs as well. Today we hit milestones as people like to say sometimes, of biblical proportions. And I'm really excited to announce this information. We hit 7,700 subscribers today on YouTube. We are at 1,500 followers officially today on Facebook. We are at 1,000 followers on Twitter. On Instagram, we are at 2,400 followers on Instagram. On TikTok, my TikTok, we're at 2,400 as well. So thank you guys for helping. Now we are only 300,000 views away from the magic number of 1 million views. We can do that with your help. Guys, we have appreciated each and every one of you guys for tuning into our shows, sharing, and that kind of stuff. So continue on helping us grow. Our year-end goal has just been upgraded. Shane and I have already said it. It's going to be 10,000. Can we get 10,000 subscribers? We can with your help. Absolutely. So here is the upcoming episodes that we hope you guys will be tuning in for. Episode 219 will be Monday, the 20th of April. We are going to be joined for our weekly visit by John. As we just saw, John was on a moment ago with us. John from the Pitch Grid Podcast. He's going to talk to us about the world of soccer and more, especially with World Cup stuff. He'll be on with us until after World Cup is over with. So we're going to definitely have him come on regularly. Episode 220 is Wednesday, the 22nd. Our good friend Marcus Mack returns. Remember, he is our guy from Chicago. Great guy. We love having him on. Really excited to have him on. Episode 221 will be on Friday, the 24th, the day before my birthday, actually. Saturday, the 25th is my birthday. And then episode 222 will be on Monday, the 27th of April. 223 will be Wednesday, the 29th. And this one, everybody will be present for. Episode 224, Friday, May the 1st. We're going to be joined by a former university president. It is the University of Hawaii president, Mr. Ben Jay, will be joining our show. I'm really excited. The last time I spoke with him was 2010. So a lot to catch up in that short period of time. So we're excited to have him on. So yes. And again, real quick, give a shout out to Kalama's Cuisine. Bobby is a really good friend of mine. He is based in the state of Hawaii. If you want to if you live out there and you want to talk to him about catering or corporate events, anything like that, send us a message and we'll get you in touch with Bobby. Absolutely. Kalama Cuisine. So we're thankful to have him as our paying sponsor. If you want to be a paying sponsor, again, send us an email, Brandon Keeler on radio.gmail.com. You can message Ben as well. Ben will communicate to me that you're interested. I have the sheet. Ben will have the sheet soon as well.
Unlike Matt, I will respond.
Yes, Ben responds.
It may
Ben,
it may take me 3 business days, but I will respond.
It may take me 3. You know, people texted Matt like weeks ago, and they still haven't. He still hasn't responded. One person texted him 2 months ago. He finally responded yesterday. So that's just an example of Matt. So with that being,
voicemail box is full. Yeah, he has that on social media.
Yes, he does. So with that being said, for everybody who tuned in tonight, everybody who listened to us live on all the radio stations we air on, as well as across the lower 48, Hawaii and Alaska, and the 43 countries we air in, thank you guys for tuning into us, and we appreciate all the likes and the views that will come as well. It really does mean a lot to us, and when we say it does, we're not just blowing smoke. We're being very truthful about it. You guys mean the world to us. Yeah. Ben, give your final goodbyes, please.
I echo what you just said. Just the love and support that y'all consistently show us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday is it's a huge deal. And y'all are the reason why we keep the show going. I promise you, we ain't getting on the show just to goof off, although that is part of it. We really love providing good content for y'all, and it's nothing but love over here. And we do love y'all. And God bless. Everybody be safe this weekend, and stay out of that pollen.
Yeah, down with the pollen. No, that's bad. Did you know that yesterday, Ben, the pollen count was like 11,000 here? It's insane. And I felt like,
how do they count that? Do they just like?
So they have a machine that it swipes like a sample of air, and then it measures how many particles per second it's in there. Just think about this for a second. I'm going to show you a little bottle. This little bottle right here, right? That's how they sample it. Just think you could have 11,000 particles of pollen in that size of a bottle. That's gross. I really felt like I was eating it. It's gross. There's sometimes you get that tickle and you can't get it out of your throat. That's what it felt like. So it was gross.
Yeah.
And as Shane will always, as you guys heard him, he did say peace, love, and bake grace to you. Matt would like to also tell you, it is the weekend. Yes, Matt, it is the weekend. You're going to want to partake in some adult libations. You're going to want to drink. Don't drive. If you're going to drink, call a ride share or stay home and drink, or make sure you call yourself a cab, or better yet, go get a hotel and drink at the hotel. So then you can just walk upstairs. Don't drink, don't drive, don't get flagged in the game of the life. Guys, we will talk to you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Especially the first part of the weekend is supposed to be really pretty weather. So if you're in the Southeast, till then, guys, as I always tell you, peace up, A-Town down, why it's the greatest sports city there ever was. Hey, you guys have a fantastic weekend. We will talk to you on Monday. Enjoy this outro. Until then, good night. Bye.